Good afternoon and welcome back to Houston Real Estate Today. I'm your host, Steve Levine, publisher of Real Estate Executive Magazine and Builder Architect Magazine. And we got a great show going here at Virginia Grace Green, Grace and Company in our first segment. Talking about the Houston real estate market and a great Women's Council Realtors event coming up next week. And she is joined on the show with a guest of Renee Sabatiera, who personally built Renee's home. And I know Renee's a pick, so I know it must have been a tough job, Frank. But let me introduce Frank Bradford proper. Frank Bradford, Bradford Construction, Inc. started as a small remodeling and painting company in 1994. Frank and his dad worked together and realized he was destined to build, quote unquote, his career in the construction business and needed to know more. He was given the opportunity to work as a construction superintendent at a production home building company where he gained knowledge of all aspects of the home building business and left there in 2005 with a vision of building his own company, and really well respected even by the competitors in the industry, and offered their clients personal attention, excellent designs, superior finishes, and long-time friendships, and Renee's a product of that.
Absolutely.
So
I'm an advocate.
I want to hear about more of some of the things in Renee's home, because he's never invited me there, Frank, and it's really sad to me. You know, I've never let see his. I think he let me drive by it once, but that was as close as I got. But anyway, Frank, welcome to the show. We're so glad you can join us today.
Thank you.
You bet. Tell me a little bit about your company and where you build and what you do.
Well, we're a construction company that we primarily do residential construction, and new home construction is what we do the most. We're in Garden Oaks and Oak Forest. We've got some projects going in Lindell Park, and sort of just outside the edge of the Heights is where we build primarily. And then we do remodels all over Houston. We've got a high-rise remodel going right now, a little bit of commercial work, but primarily residential, new single-family dwelling.
Very, very diversified. Particular price ranges that you build in, or
the
elevations?
Yeah, the neighborhood we're in ranges from about anywhere from $350 on a remodeled house up to $700,000 or $800,000 on new home construction in the Garden Oaks area. Oak Forest is about $500.
Okay, and exciting projects you've got underway now?
We've got one home that we're building as a speculative house. It's on Althea, and it's going along pretty good, and the others are contract houses, but the one on Althea is for sale.
Okay. Tell me a little about that Althea house.
It's
How
just
bedrooms,
something.
how many baths?
It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, and it's just something that we designed ourselves, and we put in there as a spec house, and that's what we do. We just put in one spec house at a time and do contract houses on the side.
And I'll interject here in a second, Steve, but I'll tell you what, Frank, his team that he works with, he has a fantastic support team, all the way from design to the architect, then design, and then just the finishes. It's impeccable. It's a great team, and that's one of the things that I looked at Frank when he built my house and respect about it. He has a good group. They're 100%.
So it takes a good team and everything. I know you've got the best of the best behind you and working with you that ultimately will reach that home buyer's goals of their dream home, and there's nothing short of that.
Well, that does make it easy when you have a good team with you, because like when Renee approached us, we hadn't started construction, and he came in and redesigned the house, and so he got with the architect, and they came up with a great plan, and it really made it easy for me because of the people that work with us, the architect especially.
Frank, tell me, what's the first thing that somebody should do when they start the process of building a home?
Well, I think that first of all, you need to have a style in mind. Just drive around, look at some houses that you like, and have a clear-cut vision on what your house needs to look like. And then, look through magazines, drive around Houston, look at the neighborhood that you're going to build in, try to find something that fits the neighborhood, and then it helps to get with an architect to sort of put those ideas on paper.
What should you have together before approaching the builder for the estimate? What should you make sure you have in hand?
Well, all the information that you gathered, especially, it really helps to have a set of plans. It makes it hard for a builder to give you a decent price or solid price whenever he is just working verbally off of the ideas you have. a set of plans is really what you need before you approach a builder.
Okay. And does somebody need a realtor to work directly with a builder?
They don't need to, but I think it is a very good idea because the realtor has a lot of insight to some of the builders in your area, and they may have handled projects from the ground up. A lot of the realtors can help you communicate with your builder, and if there's an issue, it's nice to have a person there that is sort of a buffer between you and the builder sometimes. So it is very beneficial, I think.
Okay. And what are some of the things you should look for and be aware of when selecting a builder?
Well, of course, some of the things you should look for is some of their previous work, and try to get in the houses, look around, look at the finished work, and pay close attention to the little details on the finished work, and then try to talk to, get some references, and talk to some of the previous customers and make sure they're happy, and that, you know, that there aren't any issues with any like the Better Business Bureau or things like that. That's nice to check out.
Make sure to remember the GHBA,
Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
Greater Houston Building Association, indeed. Are there any unique features or elevation that you do in building a home that are kind of uniquely yours? Any specialties within the house?
I don't know if we're doing anything that hasn't been done before, but we do try to look at our competitors and try to offer as much as we possibly can and try to stay just above them. You're always trying to offer more than the next guy for a better price.
Okay. And you've got a great reputation since 2004. So for 4 years, been building some terrific custom homes. And those areas you mentioned were specific, because I'm not familiar with those areas. Where's like some of those areas?
It's right on the 610 loop. Garden Oaks is between Shepherd and Ella, just outside the 610 loop, and then Oak Forest is between T.C. Jester and Ella, just outside the 610 loop.
They're all great areas, aren't they, Virginia?
They are great areas. And Frank, I was going to ask you if you've priced out the home you're building on Althea there in Garden Oaks.
Yes, right now that house is at $699.
Okay. And it's 4 bedrooms?
Yes.
And 4 baths, correct?
Correct,
Okay,
yes.
good.
There you go. I think Virginia has a buyer in mind.
I do. And
I thought so.
I have friends that live in Garden Oaks, and that's a great area, and it's really a very busy little area right now. And they've got a lot of new shopping centers, Starbucks, Kroger's, other amenities coming in there that are really making the property value go up.
Great. And tell me, what should I be my own builder? We hear a lot of this, build yourself, or you can do this, and
I think being your own builder, you've just got to be up to the challenge and make sure that you've got the time to, it's very demanding at times, and that you can take time away from work, be on the job site. The more you're there and the more supervision that you have, the better off the product's going to be.
Great.
But I think it can be a positive. I've seen some good products.
Frank, what's your contact information for those interested in giving you a call and having you price
The
price
office,
home?
you can call us at the office at 281-459-3156 or Bradford Construction at Comcast.net.
Excellent. It's so great having you on the show. If you have a question for Frank or Virginia, you can email us right now at info@HoustonRealEstateToday.com. Or if you're on the internet and you're listening from anywhere in the world, please email us and let us know. And we'll be right back with more great information on Houston Real Estate Today.